Good morning. It has been a long time since I have been on. We all got really sick and it lasted like a month before we got better, and then we went on a trip. And now it is time to get back into a routine. So today we're gonna go to like a local festival, and it's like a fall festival, I think. Bunch of vendors and good things to eat, fun things for the kids to do and play. I'm really hoping it's a good day. And it was supposed to rain today, and it is nice and sunny. The sunrise was absolutely gorgeous. So that is what we're gonna do today. And then I'm supposed to have a Misfits Market order coming. This is the first time I've ever ordered from them. I'm excited to see, because we go through so much produce and it is just exhausting to have to go to the store like every 2 or 3 days to keep up with all like the fruit and the produce and vegetables that we use. So I'm gonna check that out, and I will do like a live unboxing and we'll see how it goes. Postpartum struggle number 1 of 100, who knows? But nothing fits. Nothing fits at all. Like everything is too big, and I'm used to wearing like leggings constantly, and I'm really struggling with like what I want to wear, what my style is after kids. I'm 34, so I'm kind of at that point where I don't know what trendy is anymore. Like the stuff that's in the stores right now, I just can't get on board with. Like I'm not really into the very super high-waisted, like 80s style mom jeans. Like that's just not me. So I'm really struggling with style. Right now I have a t-shirt dress on because that is just what, I don't know, I'm comfortable in that today. I had 150 outfits that I tried on, and it's just exhausting to always put on clothes and either they don't fit or you just don't feel good in them. So I'm on a mission to find like good pieces, that like staple pieces. Like I just need a pair of jeans or some just really nice plain basic tees. And I'm just really struggling. I got a couple things at Target. I returned a whole bunch of stuff at Target as well. So if you guys have any tips for where you shop, where you get clothes that, number one, need to last. Like they don't have to be fancy. They have to be affordable. But I don't want like super trendy stuff, and I don't know. The struggle just seems really real when you've spent 3 years, at least I've spent 3 years of my life either breastfeeding or nursing or pregnant. So I've been living in very comfortable clothing for a really long time now, and I just want to look pretty. Typically I make a smoothie that I take 2 of these like cups every day. When we go out of the house, typically we're out of the house every morning. So I take 2 of those, about 48 ounces of a smoothie. It's mango, wild blueberries, and cherries. And I put orange juice or sometimes coconut water in there. I follow medical medium for my current back again. So anyway, I follow medical medium for my diet, and it's been really helping me with some mystery symptoms that nobody seemed to be able to figure out. So that is why I do a celery juice typically in the morning, and then a lot of fruit throughout the morning. It keeps your body in like a cleansing mode so that you can free yourself of all of the toxins in our world, because we are surrounded by them all the time. All right, we are gonna go head out and get this day started. So the reality of parenting, we attempted to go to a festival. It was just me and my 2 kids to meet up with somebody, and it was so much bigger than I expected. So I didn't bring the double stroller, usually because the double stroller, it turns out, being both the kids don't even go in the double stroller. So I baby wore, and I was gonna have my toddler walk, but it was just so busy and it was so crowded, and they said there was like going to be kid events there, like I assumed like a bouncy house and stuff, and there just wasn't, at least as far as we got. But it was so big, there definitely could have been. And it's just like sometimes the reality of parenting hard, like, to let go of some of those fun parts of your life. I miss being able to be hands-free and just do fun stuff, like look at clothing that they had at the festival. Like, they had a lot of little boutique booths, which would have been awesome to look at. And sometimes parenting is just hard. It's hard to let go of like the person you were and like step into the new identity sometimes. And I unfortunately did not get to meet up with the person that I wanted to meet up with, and it's a bummer. But you know, we still got to see princesses. We still got to see pumpkins, and it didn't last long. But I hope that just the fact that we attempt to get out and do stuff really will, I don't know, make my kids happy. Okay, so we just opened the box and it was too heavy for me to get on the table. It came with ice packs, which I love. It is still pretty frozen in the ice pack. And then the box is not like individually packaged. It has a bunch of produce in there, as you can see. And we are slowly taking everything out right now. So far, not all that impressed with the celery. It's pretty thin. It's not a very thick stalk, but it's not terrible by any means, and it's organic, so that is always a plus. We got 2 spaghetti squashes, which was a great price. Can't remember. I want to say it was like a $2, $2.49 maybe for spaghetti squash. We have a lot of potatoes. We ordered a lot of potatoes because we do go through a ton of potatoes in this house. And again, they're all individually like thrown in here. There's not like a big bag of 5-pound potatoes. It came in quantities of 2, I believe. So you could order 2 of like russet, 2, I think sweet potato, and 2, I think I got like gold or yellow potatoes. I don't know. We're going to keep getting. I was able to order 6 celery at once. That is their limit on celery, because I'm sure they know all of us crazy juicers would buy a whole box of celery. But this one's a little bit better, but they are pretty thin stalks. You found another potato?
Yeah.
Hey, yeah, these look like they're gold potatoes, I think.
Yeah.
Pretty sure that's what I got. So these are our celery, and that's good. So we got spaghetti squash. We're pulling the potatoes out. Let's see what other goodies. Oh, you got another some? Okay. We got 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that's all of them. Okay. And you can see like the dirt on them still. Like they're definitely fresh, like fully. I don't know. They still have like, they probably came right out of the ground.
There's another potato.
There's another potato. Awesome. So here's another acorn squash. I still have mine cooking right now, but there's another acorn squash that I got. Again, these were like really good deals on the squash because I think they're in season right now.
Vegetables, so good.
So far this one is a little bit smushed because it's on the bottom. I'd say probably would have been better to pack it on the top, but it's fine. It doesn't seem like it's leaking or anything, but this is just plain jackfruit. The carrots are for the bunnies? You're right. Jackfruit I've never tried. It's just...
potatoes, Mommy.
Yeah, we got more potatoes. It's just jackfruit, water, and sea salt. So I wanted to try it. I've never made like a homemade barbecue sauce that is very clean. So I'm thinking maybe I would like to try that. But I've never had jackfruit. Have you guys ever had jackfruit? I'm excited to try it and see what it tastes like. We're still pulling out.
Mommy.
We got apples.
Yeah.
There was 4 gala apples, I believe. I want to say it was $2.49 for gala apples. There's a little bit of like damage you can see in here, but not inedible by any means. This as a sweet potato is very tiny to me. I'm not all that impressed with the sweet potato. Butternut squash, good size. We got 2 of these. And 2 bunches of rainbow carrots. So we got 2 of these. This is a good amount.
Those for Daddy, Mommy.
Those are for Daddy. These are a good amount, I would say. I expected them to be slightly bigger, but they're
This is
totally fine.
syrup, Mommy.
Yes, we got date syrup. I've never tried date syrup to sweeten some things naturally.
We got this one for Daddy.
Oh, yes. So canned tomatoes. I don't know if you guys buy canned tomatoes, but typically you will see citric acid.
Potato.
That's another potato, yes. You'll see citric acid in the ingredients. I don't know if this will focus, but you can see the ingredients here. It's tomatoes. If it'll focus for you. That's it. That's the only ingredient in here. So I was really, really excited to find this brand where it only has tomatoes. Can I have those scissors?
No.
Please?
I gotta put it back.
Okay. Yes, you can put them back. That would be perfect. So I got 4 cans of these tomatoes to have on hand because I cannot at all find just plain canned tomatoes. So here is another sweet potato, again on the smaller side, not the best. Okay, we're gonna try to wrap this up because I got cranky kids here. So this is just something I would get, you know, as more of a treat. There are a couple ingredients, absorbic acid and malic acid, that I wouldn't typically buy, but otherwise it's super clean for a pumpkin butter. It's not, you know, high in sugar. It's 7 grams of sugar. It's not terrible. And I was thinking that I could put this. Yes. I was thinking that I could put this on some of the squash, and it might be really good. But so overall, I'm happy, I would say, as like my initial reaction. The only thing I'm really not thrilled about is the coconut water having absorbic acid in it, because online it said 100% coconut water, and it is, however, they added something. There is an additive in it, and the packaging is just, I don't know, it's a little rough. And I'm sure that was because they piled all of the produce on top of it, and we have a ton of potatoes here. Lots and lots of potatoes. We have 4 or 5 squashes, cans of tomatoes. So the other damage was this. Now, Misfits Market, though, I will say, they tell you up front these are the items that are Misfits. They don't make the cut to go to your regular grocery stores. So there are items with little marks in them. I will say I ordered 4 sweet potatoes, and the size on these are pretty, I mean, they're pretty small. I would have expected a little bit bigger, but again, you get what you pay for, you know, or you get what you get. The carrots are great. Again, I thought they would be a little bit bigger, but totally fine. Celery, I wish was a little bit thicker, but again, all this stuff is like, because my expectation is what is in the grocery store, right? The prices are amazing. Everything is organic. And, oh, here's another, like, a little bit, like, but there's nothing that's not edible in here. Like, everything is edible. Everything is fresh for the most part. Like, I don't see anything like rotting or anything like that. So overall, pretty happy to have fresh produce just shipped to my door. Saves me at least one trip to the store. It gives me nice fresh organic celery to juice this, you know, next 2 or 3 days, and I mean, that's all I can really ask for these days with a toddler and a little one. Anything that saves me time, I'm okay with. Will say, I'm just realizing now that I have to put this stuff away. The potatoes, not having a bag for the potatoes is just something I've never dealt with. So we store our potatoes in bags. And I recently read that potatoes they're not great to keep in the fridge, which I used to do a lot. So I would say, big tip, if you order potatoes from them, have like some sort of container or basket available for you to keep them in. There's nothing like that sound of laughter. Found this like random container that we had, probably from the Dollar Tree, that we're just gonna store the potatoes in for now. Is acorn squash. I roasted it 400 for about 35 minutes, and I really don't know what I'm gonna do with it. Tonight's meal is probably gonna be really simple and just have some squash and ground turkey, and I made some sweet potatoes and throw it all together. Long day, and I am ready to just sit down and relax. I made some potatoes that are like my potato chips to sit down and chill and watch like a YouTube video or something tonight. But it was a great day, and thank you so much for stopping by. Subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.